other challenges I'm having is I found as I'm stripping the car down, you can see my fuel line is a little bit short and a little bit torn up. And it's not exactly the easiest thing to get to. There's parts of it down there in that hole. Ooh, I gotta get some stuff out of there. Looks like I've got a nest or so in there that is a leftover. Then it runs up the length of the tube, comes up, and comes out the frame head right there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create some access ports. So the pedal cluster is right here. I'm gonna put a hole right here, and then put a patch plate over it. And then I'm gonna come down here about even with the e-brake, and I'm gonna put another hole here. And hopefully I can get to all the places where the fuel line's held down. So I'm gonna mark that out. So as I get in here, I wanna get enough space that I can get in here and work. So I don't want it to be too small, I don't want it to be too big. I wanna leave enough space off the edge here for the pans. So I'm gonna go about 1 inch up. Mark a few dots. I can use as a straight edge. Again, before you paint anything, you're gonna have to clean this really well because the Sharpie will show through your paint. All right, so over on my line. Let's plan to go up with about a 3-inch hole. But let's go off the frame head a little bit. Let's measure off the frame head. I'm gonna go 2 inches off the frame head. 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. All right, and then, like I said, we're gonna make our hole about 3 inches tall. There. And follow our dots down. Make the line. All right, then off of the frame head again. That's at 2 inches, so we're gonna cut. We're gonna mark again. I want the hole to be about 4 inches, so I can get my hand in there. So we're gonna go out to 6. Off the frame head again. Up 3 inches. 1, 2, 3. Now follow our line down and get it right across. Now I should be able to cut that out with cutting wheel. We're going to do the same thing down here for where the e-brake is. So this one, we're going to say that we go up a little. Well, so the other thing right here is I want to be careful because my seat belt bracket's right here. So maybe we'll go forward a little bit and go right in here, since we can get in the top of the tunnel back here through the hole. And we'll go forward a little bit and we'll go right here. This is the dune buggy, so I don't have heater controls. So I've ground down the heater tubes, heater control tubes. I had to weld these shut, weld them here, close them up. So we'll go right here. 1 inch off like we did up front. And then we're gonna go 3 inches up. 1, 2, 3. And plan for it to be about 4 inches wide, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. I can remember how to use a ruler. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. So if we draw a line across here, use our straight edge. Again, our straight edge here. Bring it together. There. And there. And there's our second access panel. We're going to cut these out with a cutting wheel, and I'm going to keep these pieces because they're going to help me build my templates for my fillers. All right, so there's the hole for the front. You can see now I have really good access to the clutch cable and anything on the back side of the pedal cluster. I can also get way up in there. Let's see if I can get some light down through there. I know there's a few bulkheads in here, so probably not that way, but there we go. I got good range all the way up into there, including all of the shells that are in there. But here's our fuel line right there. You can see it's nasty and crusty. We can get that out of there now. We follow it down, and we have a similar hole down right around the brake, e-brake area. There's a whole bunch of stuff down in that tunnel that should not be there. It does not need to be there. So we're going to clean all that stuff out and get that gas line replaced. Hey, look, free drill bit. So I want to show you what I'm going to do to close up these holes now that they're cut. I've got a couple spaces, like this one I cut a little deep, so I'll weld that shut when I go to weld this. I just want to have that nice and smooth. But to close them up, but still have access to these areas, I want to be able to work on them in the future. I got a bunch of these riv nuts. And so basically what you do is you drill a hole the size of the barrel, slide it down in there, and then use a tool, and it crimps where you see the serrations are around the ferrule there, around the barrel. See if I can get the zoom focus in there. You can see some of those serrations on there. It crushes it. And hold on, let me grab the tool. All right, here's the tool. And you thread the riv nut down onto the threaded part of it. And what you're gonna do is you put that against your metal here. I haven't drilled the hole yet, but you put that against your metal. And as you pull down on that, you see how it's flattening out? In between the head and this surface, this is a new rib, you've pinched your metal. So now as I back it out, take it off, you now have a threaded insert that's into your metal. It's basically a captured nut. So I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna place them probably a couple around each side, maybe 4, maybe, we'll see. But then for my cover material, which just got all dirty because it fell into the dead animal nest, I have this. So I just went on Amazon and I bought some Kydex. Kydex, you might be familiar with the name. It's using a lot of pliable forming materials. It's great when you put it in a vacuum table, heat vacuum table. It'll vacuum to the shape that you want it to. But this, it's really nice and rigid. It's strong. They use it in gun holsters, things like that. But I'm gonna take and cut a piece and put it over here. And put holes in the edges that will go right into the riv nuts. So that way I have a nice piece where this is a service accessible port here and a service accessible port here. The pedal clusters on this side. All of my stuff for my e-brake is right here. It's fully accessible, for really easy to get to. And so now I've got usable ports. I'm gonna drill these in later. I probably will drill these in before I paint the body, just because I want to have the hole, but then I will put these in after because it's a nice color. It'd be nice to show. All right, have that color show. So that'll be there, and I'll press that in. All right, so that's kind of where we're going. The rest of the day, I'm gonna work on filling in some of these holes that we got left. Right down there, we've got that heater cable hole. Got another one right there. And like I said, I overshot a little bit on my cut, so I'm gonna get right there. All right, so there we are. Thanks for bearing with me today. A little bit all over the place. I'm hoping to get over this head cold over the next few days. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. Look forward to seeing you guys in another week. All right, thanks, and stay healthy.